Yes.
Do it.
Average guy, so hyped up. Welcome, America. I want to match your energy to the Eric and Rodney show with Robin. Listen, we're dropping everything out. It's just Volare now. Volare is the only thing that's our sponsor. You want some emails? You want some goddamn email? You need some lists?
Good.
Volare. Listen,
Volare has bought LinkedIn.
Yeah, I'm gonna oh, congratulations. And welcome to the show for about the 100th time. The average dude, Daniel Allison. Welcome.
Oh, yes. Happy to be here, excited, pumped up, energized. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm ready for it.
We don't either, believe me. I got to be honest with you. I have no idea. Control the controllables, right?
Hey, I love the authenticity.
Well, welcome to the most authentic show on LinkedIn between the hours of 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before we get into whatever we're going to talk about, it's an Gender-Free Thursday because our original guest dropped out.
I'm second choice.
Well, you're always first. You're first in our hearts.
But can I ask a question? Here's a question. Now, I could say this episode could go really good. You did. I know Eric. Eric does a ton of research, right? So I'm sure you've done hours of research on our original guest.
I did some research and it.
Okay, so all right. So hold on.
Yep.
We're gonna ask Daniel those questions. See if he has any idea. We're gonna see if he's an actor or not.
You got
Let's do it. It sounds fun. I have no idea.
Tell us about the video you were in when we found on the internet when you were 19. No, Eric really does a deep dive.
Yeah, what about that, Danny? I did a little research on the average dude, so just in case I need some questions, I came up with some.
Okay.
Oh, listen, I'm a fucking
kind of scary, but hey, let's do it.
You should be afraid because I have some questions.
I got to be honest. Eric is a very, 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 very talented copywriter. He is. He has his researching skills are like those of the FBI or a 23-year-old female whose boyfriend
has trying to figure it out. I'll tell you what. Eric's gotten great with the opening. He does great with the little blurbs. I agree with you. So,
oh my God.
And he asks the really good questions. He does. He has to really. I feel like sometimes I'm just watching a good show.
No,
guys, I love you guys. You're the best. You make me feel so good about myself.
No, I don't know what Robin's doing. I really don't. Lord, I wish I did know.
I don't know either.
He's controlling the air traffic. Somebody has to do it.
Yeah, everyone's landing safely because of Robin. Yeah. Or maybe.
Or a 49-year-old female. Yeah. Either way, I don't think your hair's just back to Becky's. Do you think? Are you going for a height, average dude?
Height. Your hair. No, it's. I don't know exactly what I'm going for, but that's what's happening right there. So,
aren't you already like 6'5"? Do you need more height? You're a fucking giant man, aren't you?
No. I'm 6 foot.
Oh, I thought you were 6'5". Oh, no, now
pretty tall.
I'm average dude. I'm
Becky. Becky is 6'5".
Oh, look at that. Oh, everyone's so proud of me.
Everyone's proud.
Oh, make me feel good. Now, listen, this is I wanted to do a therapy session because today's National Day is today is Evaluate Your Life Day.
There it is.
Guys, do you want to talk
only
about
422 shares?
I know nobody gives a shit. Well, nobody likes to talk about where their lives are. I think not in public anyway.
I think mine's a pretty good spot.
Okay, we'll start at the top. We'll go. Rodney, how's your life doing? You want to evaluate where you feel good about where you are?
I feel good about it.
Okay, no complaints.
I feel like we could be more famous, but beyond that, here's what I feel like. If I'm being completely honest, I'm disappointed in everyone else that we're not syndicated. It's not really me. I don't have any disappointment in myself. I've been giving. All of us really have been giving. 101 shows our best.
At least,
whether we were here or not, we were giving it our best. We were thinking about it.
That's true.
Why we're not already taking over Fox or CNN or OAN or one of them channels, right? CNBC, MSNBC, any of them.
Yeah,
is beyond me.
I'm shocked that we've been doing this for like 4 months and we're not bigger than we are. I just thought it was going to be easier. I thought between our stunning good looks, our razor sharp wit, our intellect, that would be way, way further than we are.
And the production value.
And the production value is out of control. And Robin, hold.
Oh yeah, Robin. I forgot he was here. Is Robin here?
He's holding the whole thing together.
I know that.
Becky's 6'5".
I just like feeding these guys. There you go.
No,
Becky is 6'5" when she is in 12-inch heels.
Those are Kiss heels. Gene Simmons heels.
She's got Gene Simmons collection.
I didn't say anything bad about his hair. I just didn't know if he was going for height. Jenny Winnie's on the warpath already. All right, average dude. You want to talk about your you want to evaluate your life? Are you where you want to be? Are you where you thought you would be?
47 years old, guys.
Yep.
Yesterday.
Wow.
Oh, happy birthday.
On our 100th, we
Happy
turned
birthday.
100 and you turned 47 all in
I know.
Incredible.
But
Incredible.
yeah, so 47, and yeah, went to the doctor, got a clean bill of health, and I think that's probably, if I'm evaluating my life, I'm still here and I'm healthy. So yeah, I think that's probably a win.
That's a low bar, though. What about the rest of it?
I'm growing, right? They say to look back, see where you were, see where you are today. And I can say over the last couple of years, I've had some growth. And so anytime I think we're growing, we feel good about ourselves, regardless of where we are in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
And let me just say this: health is wealth.
Health
is wealth. Net worth.
How's your colon? Did you get poked? Did you get a little that happens?
I'm actually going to do the at-home situation. It's a little different.
Wait, there's an at-home colon.
Oh, yeah, it's Cologuard. It's that little thing that walks around singing your colon.
That's right.
It's in between Ozempic and Wegovy.
Now imagine the guy that is receiving that on the other end to the package. I mean, that would be a tough job.
Wait, slow down. There's at-home tests for that kind of thing? You can get the fuck out of here.
It comes, Eric, it's very cool. It comes with a box of wine, a couple of gloves, and a camera. And a camera.
Oh, no.
Where am I? Whose pictures are these?
I'm scared, but I'm excited. I don't know. It was a hell of a night. That's very interesting. Robin, how about you? Do you want to evaluate your life on the air? How do you feel about
Yeah,
stuff?
man. Hey, I'm content. I just turned 26 and I run the most... the best cold email tool on the internet, and I also have the show, the most popular LinkedIn live show.
I thought that's where you were going right off the bat.
Oh no, there's more, and he knows us. So
yeah, I haven't seen the commercial. There's a commercial about the take-home colonoscopy.
Yes, sir. And I don't want
his name's Cologuard. He's a little colon, and he walks around singing and dancing. You ain't seen him?
No, I thought you were kidding.
No, I'm dead serious. His name's Cologuard, and he's like, it might not be for everyone, but it might be for you. Oh. I got to tell you, I've had 2 colonoscopies, and they are. I'm just going to be honest, but they're a pain in the ass.
Hey, if we had any production value, we'd have that.
Watch out, Jackie. Tell Jackie to joke about coming.
That's good. That's real. Pooping a
That's
box.
my first joke of the day. Poop in a box. That's right. That would have been a better name. Let's be honest.
That's a better name. Oh, that's an objectively better name. You'd get a lot of press.
Straight to the point. No ambiguity.
I think we're
imagine the guy opening or girl opening that mail.
Right?
Oh God. Oh,
another turd. Oh, another turd.
What a fucking time to be alive. Isn't it? I think can I categorize us all as being like pleasantly discontent? I think it's important to be happy where you are, but then also want to strive for more in life. Isn't that how it like?
Content, but not complacent.
Right. Yeah, because everyone's like, oh, you should just be happy, perspective. Yeah, but that's boring, isn't it? Boring.
Grateful but hungry.
Yes. Yes, grateful but hungry.
So we're all. No matter how successful you are, you're never really like figured it out yet.
There's another level. There's always another level.
Well, after Brady wins the Super Bowl, what are they talking about in the post-game show? The next year.
Immediately. Yeah. As soon as you win one, they talk about the next season. And I think that's
we have to have things exciting to look forward to, I guess.
Yeah, I think happy but dissatisfied makes sense, because otherwise, like, if you're just happy, don't you streamline and then you just I'm here.
Well, you know what I was thinking, since Becky, how was to tell us are you happy?
Yeah, Becky, chime in. When you're not in heels, do you feel great about where you're heading?
When you're not 6'5",
you're not 6'5". When you're down here with the rest of us,
in the rare air, right?
You know The Office. I hate that character, Andy Bernard. You know that guy? I think he ruins every scene he's in, and he's fucking terrible. But he does have that one line. He's like, "I wish you knew you were in the good old days while they were happening." And I feel often that perhaps these are my good old days. My kids are young and cute, and they're not getting pregnant or drunk yet. And we have this show. This is going to be the early years. We're going to look back and go, remember when we were nobodies?
And now we're hobos. We're going to be like asking for change. Be like, no, you don't know. We used to have a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure you did, old boy.
Everyone's happy.
Can hit like a truck.
Everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy. That's Phil.
Everyone's happy only on Instagram and LinkedIn. Everywhere else they're miserable, right?
Otherwise, oh my God.
I feel like Instagram, everyone's happy. I feel like on Facebook, everyone is an expert. right? Like I find so many people that I went to high school with that are oddly enough still living in the same town and just went to high school, or somehow constitutional scholars and virologists,
vaccine experts,
and political strategists, and now have turned to diplomacy.
They know everything. Yeah, they can figure out Gaza. No, I know. It's shocking. The good old days are right now.
Amen to that. He's right.
Yeah.
That's
right. Right.
I think I can say this about Caesar because he's very open about it. Big mushroom guy, and I know that we have some mushroom fans in the on the show right now.
We have some mushroom fans on the show right now. I love a good portobello.
Oh, me too. Shiitakes. Holy shit, are shiitakes delightful? I love.
And then after that, just do a dose.
High as fuck. I know. All mushrooms do are give. Oh, Garrett has some mushroom news too, but I'm not gonna blow it. All right.
We gotta have Garrett back on. We gotta have Garrett back on to tell us. We need answers, Garrett.
Garrett has some big news. I won't blow it for him, but someday. Look at this. Right. Everyone's doing them. They're cool. All right, Robin, what's in the news before we get to old average dude portion of the evening?
Hey
I feel like once a day we'll have a news story that's at least directly related to electric vehicles. So this story is one of the topics that's actually less talked about. So we've kind of been greenwashed into thinking that EVs is environment friendly, but it's not exactly true. So the huge industry that is lithium battery mining for the car batteries is freaking horrible for the planet. And on top of that, lithium deposits seem to always be abundant in places that already are inhabited by people. So it's a very picky mineral with where it decides to grow. So this story is about a village in Portugal, and they're on the edge of being kicked out from where they live because they're going to put like a huge lithium mineral deposit to mine there. Yeah. So the way of life for these people, these I don't know what you call them, indigenous Portuguese, it's going to go away. And I think part of Europe, and I love Europe so much, the aesthetic. Like, isn't this beautiful? Isn't it nice that shit like this exists? But then we're going to come in and bulldoze and mine for lithium.
Now, let me ask you a question. Are lithium's under here?
Yes, there's lots of lithiums.
I have an idea. You're going to love it. What if we were able to create in a lab, ready for it? Lithium.
Synthetic lithium.
And we didn't even have to worry about it. Now, is Elon watching? This is the new mission.
Yeah. Well,
fake lithium.
You're smarter than I am, because I was like, can't we have lithium trees? And that didn't seem like, because that would be above the earth, and then you can just leave it. But you're better than I am.
Synthetic the hillbillies, we have a new mission. Put meth on the shelf. We need lithium.
Somebody work on the fucking lithium.
Yeah, get that problem solved ASAP.
Yeah, the lithium herders are going to lose their livelihood. I just hate. Oh, there has to be some places on this earth that we leave preserved and untouched. Is it right? Can't industrialism go somewhere else? Isn't this pretty? Don't you want to go and visit and have some?
No. What will change? So they're going to go in. They're going to mine for lithium. So you're showing me a picture of this nice. Nice. What changes to the environment once we have this lithium mine?
Everything. They bulldoze it. They turn it in. It's going to be like industrial. There'll be fucking excavators everywhere. It's just going to look like a mining field. So
okay.
There'll be a Starbucks out there and a Target.
Exactly. Yeah, you're gonna get strip malls, migrant workers, mining. Like, it's just they're gonna kick these people aren't gonna be able to do whatever the fuck they're doing here. This is hay. I don't know. They're not gonna be able
let
to
me ask you a question, Eric, so I understand. Now, this isn't in America. This is in Europe, so they don't have to worry about the hordes of migrants on their way.
No, there's no hordes of migrants over there yet. There
was a horde from Mexico that was coming here 6 years ago, and they haven't made it, so they're not headed there.
They're going to bank right and walk over to Portugal. So there's problems.
So are the people really upset? Like, oh, I'm going to have this lithium mine here. I don't want this lithium mine here. This is my land.
Yeah. Well, this is a rural sort of area in Portugal, so they don't have highways and shit. It's like it's a farming community, and it's not going to be anymore. They're going to destroy it all. This plant is supposed to produce 500,000 lithium batteries a year, which seems to me like a shit ton of lithium batteries, which suggests that this is all gone. It's going to be gone forever.
It's actually surprisingly not that big. So like the outcome of this is 7 million electric vehicles, which isn't that much.
Is it 7 million a year? It's got to be.
No,
right?
7 million on the course of 14 years of mining.
Oh, Jesus. So that's not much. Yeah. Didn't we did a story yesterday of they figured out they just put solar panels on the top of cars. Everything's fine now. Didn't remember? We don't need this shit anymore. And
we came up with that a long time ago. Me and you on that was the 35th episode.
That was the
Someone's
that was a great episode.
Yeah.
Number 35 was a classic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. Fuck the earth. Fuck everything. I guess everything's terrible. What's the next story? It's a little happier, I guess.
Do you want to skip the pilot story?
Yeah, because I don't have the video.
Okay.
Sorry, the production value again. I was doing too much research on the average dude.
Well, and also too, Robin didn't send the stories last night.
Yeah, I'm behind.
Yeah, no, that's on me.
Okay.
So we are now exposed to like how much
Below average.
cruelty there is in slaughterhouses to get all sorts of different kinds of leather. It's pretty sad. Luckily, there is a Mexican company called Polybionds, and they've now come up with a new artificial leather. The results are actually extremely impressive. It's done by feeding bacteria with industrial fruit waste, and then you get a very leathery substance that gets treated with the exact same process as traditional leather. Texture really looks and feels like leather. It's quite impressive.
Not only just fruit waste, but mangoes. And don't tell anybody, but I'm allergic to mangoes. It's my only weakness.
No,
I can't have grapefruit, Eric, because of my cholesterol medications.
I've heard that about grapefruit mixing with medication. Very bizarre. But you can make leather out of look at this. Look
What
at
if
this
we wore
mushroom
it?
leather. All mushrooms do is give.
Mushroom gives. All they do is give.
Well, that's
yes, mushroom leather. Actually, in Union, that's what I wanted to mention. I'm glad that he beat me to it. But in Union, South Carolina, right up the road here, there's a company that is doing just that, mushroom leather. They had a little thing set up here at the Spring Fling. I went down, and it's just like real leather. It's made out of mushrooms. It's unbelievable.
Well, this company, so it's started by a guy that has a bunch of money in tech and his brother that has a bio, whatever the fucking background, but they originally studied mycelium. So mushrooms are everywhere. And then they went from mycelium to kombucha. They isolated that bacteria, and that's where this leather comes from.
Wow.
So this is also mushrooms.
Well, it started with mushrooms,
Sort
like
of,
most things
right?
do. Yeah. Yeah, there's vegan. Andy, I don't know if you caught the episode about vegan bondage gear, but that's
It's the Heidi Rue
the Heidi Rue collection.
Yeah, the Rue episode.
Classic episode, yes.
We're not amateurs. We don't give numbers to them like Joe Rogan and them. Like episode 2693. We don't.
No,
we didn't even know we had 100 episodes yesterday until yesterday.
Yeah, well, we're not very good at counting. Oh, see, I'm gonna have to check out the New York Times article, but I think Andy's onto something here. Food waste into lithium.
Yes. See, it's catching on. Episode 101 is going to solve it. It's going to help Elon.
This show is a think tank. Like, we're geniuses. You know how many great ideas come out of this that we do nothing with?
One of the best that we've had that I recall was the Federation of Bathroom Attendants.
Yeah,
that really
freelance bathroom attendants.
Freelance, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah. Average dude. I don't know if you caught that episode, but the idea. You know how everyone loves a good bathroom attendant? You want to go take a shit, but you want a guy there ready to hand you a towel. The problem is the bathroom attendants union. They stonewall you. So we're going to go rogue. We're going to set up our own bathroom.
Yeah. Just start appearing in bathrooms.
They have a card carrier.
Here's what happens. Bathroom near you.
If you don't tip, they take your picture and then it gets on a network.
There's an app.
If you go in there, they're like, get rid of the toilet paper.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. We're good.
Yeah. They're going to go to management. There's the bathroom attendant. He was taking pictures, just wanted to make it. We don't have a bathroom attendant. You know,
that's right.
Sir, this is Walmart. There are no bathroom attendants. Well, there are now. You know who loves bathroom attendants? Is strip clubs. Like, I don't have.
Yeah, they do. I've heard that somebody told me.
You know what's funny too is you ever go to these places and they're like, yeah, the valet's backed up, and it's like there's one guy.
Yeah,
it's like I could literally park right here. You want me to wait for him? Come on, guys. Right? That's terrible.
This is a great idea. We could combine services.
There you go. Bringing it all together. Bringing it all back around.
Knock on the door twice if you're ready for your Cologuard sample.
Yeah, box it up right there. Send it off. I mean,
wow. How did we get here from this story? That's something.
Yeah, that's talent.
It's a long, strange journey.
It is a long, strange journey. I'll say this too. About methane, I didn't know. So we all, it's the only picture I could find for cow farts. Methane is really bad. So I mean, I guess if you're not an idiot, you know this, but it's 25 times more good or bad, however you depended on it, at trapping in heat than carbon dioxide. It's a real fucking problem. These
crazy idea. We take methane, turn it into lithium.
No.
Guys,
Someone please fact check if that's possible.
By 11 o'clock, I'm going to be out of ideas. I can't help anyone else.
Yeah, the ideation's off the chain.
Yeah,
this is what I know about our audience. Garrett worked at NASA. Andy is a chemist. Can somebody confirm or deny turning methane into lithium?
I didn't say you could. I said what if. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm just an idea hearing, right?
No, I know. This is a free area. It's a judgment-free zone for ideas.
That's right.
You just told us there's a lot of smart people listening. You just made us all.
All right, Andy says it's not possible.
Okay.
Okay. Jenny Winnie, can you fact check Andy? Can somebody look into
this? All right, Robin, I know you're writing these down. Cross that one off.
Yeah.
Got it. Have any of you gentlemen tried a mushroom steak?
Like a big portobello? Is that what you're saying? Yeah,
and they say it tastes exactly like steak, but it
it tastes like it tastes exactly like mushroom. It's fucking good though. It just doesn't taste like steak.
I had a cabbage steak not long ago, actually, 2 of them, and after had to stop and get something to eat.
Yeah, and it's not.
It was like a breath of fresh air.
But the tahini sauce was excellent.
Oh, I love tahini. Tahini is underrated,
right?
Oh goddamn, we need fusion or fission.
Okay,
there's always a problem.
Crazy idea. What if? Yes. See?
Right. There's got to be something.
It's all coming together. It's all coming together.
Well, hear me out. If you can make bacteria into leather, certainly we can do something with methane. Can't we do anything with methane? There's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
Anyone in the audience? Come on. It's a judgment-free zone of ideas. While we think about that, what's next?
I've got nothing.
While we pontificate. Or while you ponder, we pontificate. Yeah, we got to try harder.
Can't you use methane to make meth? I mean,
I had an idea years ago. I was just going to say that we should use water to run cars, but then I realized that we're running out of water. So Eric said he had one for salt water.
Salt water. So there's so much fucking salt water, and there's nothing you can't drink it, right? There's not a lot. Right. And isn't the planet's like 80% salt water? So I don't know. Seems to make sense. What about salt water and methane? What does that make?
And wind.
And wind, plenty of that shit too.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, there's a type of bacteria. Okay, see, I'm telling you.
So here's an idea, right? We put salt water, we put fresh water with the bacteria into the gas tank. Boom. Yeah. Now it's an electric car because it's turning gas into electricity.
You know, for a bunch of free for bathroom attendants, we're pretty smart guys.
Yeah, we've been listening in on the big conversations.
That's right. With people
you would think in a bathroom attendant, it would be like, "Hand me a rag, sir," or "Oh my God, what is that on down there?" Yeah, it's not. It's all real big ideas.
Yeah, it's a think tank.
Give me 500 shares of Enron this afternoon.
Last week we had a guest that worked at NASA that explained to us like how to make a car start and run, but like the idea just completely flew all over our heads.
No, we understood it. There were. He said there were tiny explosions. So I said, so I said to myself, what will explode with water? I don't know the answer, but I know there's something out there. It may blow the whole car up. Again, right? I'm not the scientist. I'm just coming up with ideas so I can help them sell the products. I'm a salesman.
We're a bunch of Steve Jobses. What we need is some Wozniaks, you know?
Yeah. I need like 20 Wozniaks.
We're light on the Wozniaks.
Steve.
We're very Jobs heavy. We're very light on the Wozniaks. Can anyone in the audience? I think we get a lot of Wozniaks in the audience though. We seem to know what the fuck we're talking about. Okay, what else have we got?
Okay, so I'm a little bit surprised about this one. I had no idea Nokia phones were still a thing. I thought the company was either bought out or went bankrupt. But I mean, they are on their way there now. I don't know how you could almost have like a complete monopoly with cell phones and then not foresee smartphones coming a thing. So I think this is also like a great example to Eric's point the other day of a company that had it all and then failed because they didn't innovate or tell their customers what they should like.
Exactly. So they said in the article that Nokia failed to anticipate the popularity of touchscreen phones. It wasn't that they failed to do it or anticipate. They just didn't do it. Apple just fucking did it. But I did want to remember these classic Nokia phones. Remember this used to be our life. Robin, you weren't alive, but these were the.
I had the first two there. I don't know what that Game Boy there's in the middle.
Right.
They came out with a gaming console. That's that middle one. And then these ones, I think those were the dying days and nobody gave a shit about Nokia. But those first two were classics. I think we all owned them, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask a question? Here's what I don't understand, right? Because Nokia was huge, but then BlackBerry came and they did the same shit.
Yeah, I know. Buttons. I just didn't see the buttons on the left. Those were a pain in the ass when you had to like press the things multiple times. Once you got to the sort of style on the far right, like the BlackBerry style, I thought we were done. You had a whole keyboard on your phone. I had no idea there was more to come.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that whole touchscreen deal is
shocking.
Amazing.
I didn't see it coming, but I was just thinking, remember the good old days? You go to get a new phone and then there'd be like different varieties. We didn't get the same fucking shit.
Remember they'd be like, it's the LG chocolate.
The LG chocolate.
Right.
That's a Motorola Razr on the bottom left-hand corner.
They literally would just go crazy and people would be like, I just got the LG Shakalaka Boom 1000. Can you believe
I know,
it?
they all had adorable names. It was, and they slid. Oh, and some opened up. It was just a magical time to be alive.
Some went to the side and came round.
Yes.
It was wild times. Remember T-Mobile had the sidekick and it was like, let me pop my kick out.
You know, when y'all were younger, did y'all think about like, wouldn't it be cool if I could talk to somebody and like see their face and they would be on the other side of the country? Did y'all kind of like imagine that?
I mentioned that one time at church and obviously someone heard me and here we are. So yes, I've been innovating long before I knew it.
Thank you, Rodney.
We met somebody who had a chocolate.
Does he still use it? Does it work?
Andy,
I have a razor. I still have a razor.
You have a razor?
Still do.
No, it never occurred to me that I'd be like, I thought that was some Star Trek shit, and now it's here. As a matter of fact, like getting porn on these things seemed unfathomable, and we ended up doing that. So we really advanced.
We were moving the needle.
We're fascinating. We're a fascinating species. Oh, Demolition Man. That pioneered big time.
Wasn't that Wesley Snipes?
Yeah, it was Wesley Snipes and versus Sylvester Stallone, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those two characters. You know the guy that was his trainer or pretended to be his. No, it wasn't his trainer. That was Mick. It was Rocky's fake wife in the movie Rocky, right? Yeah. Her brother. I forget his name now. He just passed away. Mick, I think, was his name.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
He just passed away.
Yeah,
he was also in The Sopranos.
Oh, was he? Who was he? In Sopranos?
I don't remember, but they said it on the TV, and I think I seen him.
Oh,
what a great show that was!
Too. Oh my god, it's perfect. And the Envy, the Chocolate, the Razor, they all had like stripper-esque names for phones. And now it's iPhone. Oh, that's terrible. Oh,
I went to AT&T to get an iPhone. Right, this was like I don't know, 20 years ago. And I said, I'm here to get an iPhone. And the guy goes, let me show you what we got. So he brings me over to all these phones, right? One of them had a keyboard you could plop the phone into. He's like, what about this? I said, do you have any iPhones? He's like, we're the only people in the world that can sell iPhones. I said, well, why don't you rustle on back there and grab us one? Let me show you one more thing. I said, man, I don't care about any of these phones. I want an iPhone. No. But it was funny now, right? Because he tried to sell me every phone in that store but the iPhone.
But do you think you got commission on everything but the iPhone? Is that what we're thinking?
Maybe. And it was funny because I remember people were like, listen, we're the best, AT&T, and it's like you guys had the iPhone for 2 years before anybody else. You weren't selling things; you was taking orders.
Yeah. Fucking AT&T. I'll tell you this about Nokia though: they still employ 86,000 people around the world. What the fuck?
Working on the phones?
Well, they've switched over to telecom. Evidently, I don't know.
You know what I was thinking though? If they have 86,000 employees, that's 86,000 people that might use a Nokia. So
that's the only 86,000 people that are using Nokias at this point.
They got to keep using it so they get paid.
Oh boy, poor Nokia. All right, Robin, what's next? I think we got a couple more, right?
2 more, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is about a recent study done in the University of Michigan, and they're suggesting that ultra processed foods are as addictive as cigarettes and drugs. It's because apparently they're processed and they keep adding feel-good chemicals on top of it. So it tastes really good. It also makes you feel really good after eating them. So the addictive component is added because apparently they deliver fats and carbs much faster than non-processed foods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was the picture that they showed for this. I'm just so confused about the state of the world because evidently everything is terrible. Hear me out. So our food is killing us and it's making us fat and sad. Cars are destroying the world because of, fucking gas and housing prices, inflation's out of control. And interest rates are in the 7s. World peace isn't a thing because there's 26 armed conflicts in Africa, Gaza, Israel, Ukraine, Russia. There's a male loneliness epidemic. Our mental health is trash. We're all on pills. What's going right? What have not we fucked up? Why is
Can I ask a question?
Bad? Yeah.
Are those straws?
You know what those are? Those little crispy fucking things.
Because I was like, who the hell's eating the straws?
No, that would be weird. But those things are delightful.
I know what you're talking about. Those are good.
With everything else in the world being a problem, I can't have some fucking M&Ms without the dorks. Can you shut up? Can I just have some candy? Can I make?
I gotta be honest though, like you see down there though, those little crackers there, those little star crackers with the anything bagel.
Yeah. Oh my god, anything bagel stuff.
They're really good. I don't think those are unhealthy.
Well, I think they're carbs, and I think
I get them at Trader Joe's. Those are in the natural. I seen them.
I don't think it fucking matters. Can we have any joy? Can we have any fucking joy? Oh, you can't drink. You can't eat M&Ms. You can't do anything. I know this about cavemen. They didn't eat any of this shit. They spent a lot of time outdoors. They got a lot of exercise, and they died at 16. So, like, there's gonna be some middle ground.
Yeah, you know what's funny too, Eric? You raise a good point, and I know people are gonna be like, he's crazy, but this is what I was thinking about. They say, oh, we haven't evolved. Why not? Things have changed.
Yeah, lots of things have changed. And these things are objectively good. We're on this planet for what, 80 years? Just eat chips. Like, can you stop telling us everything is bad for us? Can everything stop being terrible?
Let us go crazy.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? Life is meaningless, right? The average dude, don't you? Aren't you a nihilist?
Interesting. Well, I would say this. I mean, they're telling us that if I eat a lot of candy, my stomach hurts, right?
Right.
So it's bad in that it affects me in a negative way. You drink too much, you have a hangover. That's negative. So I don't think they're telling us don't do it. They're telling us do it in some type of balance.
I got to be honest though. I feel like that's just common sense. You know, I was watching this show one time and said, he's like, I had no idea this stuff was bad for me. Really? You had no idea that the easiest thing to get was bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
you had no idea that multicolored candy-coated chocolate might be bad for you. This is something that science had. Yeah, you had to read a study. Is that what you did? Yeah, you had to do that. Here's the other thing too. Like they say it's addictive, but to your point, if you eat too much of it, don't you feel badly and want to stop? Don't we have like a kill switch in our system? You can only eat so many Oreos, right? Before the shit shuts down.
Before things go awry. That's right.
All right. Well, listen, we're a little over with the news, but you want to do this last one? I don't know what to say about it, but it's a national story, so
it might bring some conversation. So I think the one thing that Americans are equally as crazy about with serial killers is the supernatural and ghost stories. So this story is about a New Mexico woman that recently purchased an old house, and she finds out it's haunted. So she reached out to the old owners on Facebook, and they said, "Oh, I've been expecting you," kind of like they knew. Mm-hmm. So I don't think any one of us have had supernatural experiences, but the first people to notice are always little kids and the pets.
Yeah, well, they're untrustworthy little kids and pets. You know, this is the dumbest article in the world because there was no fucking pictures because ghosts don't exist. So I did the best I could, and I pulled up I Googled ghost, and here we are. Remember Patrick Swayze? Why do ghosts?
He was great.
I know, but they always do the weirdest shit. They're like knocking things off countertops or moving chairs.
They're never all write down the lottery numbers.
They never write down.
Get these tomorrow.
Oh, I have so many questions. So
they were making pottery there, if I'm not
making pottery. Ghosts love pottery. Oh my God. So hear me out. We can see black holes from 55 million light years away. We have photographic evidence of black holes 55 million light years away. We've never caught a ghost on film. Never, except for Patrick Swayze. Never. Come on. Can we stop with this shit? Aliens too. Fuck them all.
You know how weird things are? Like, this movie's from the 80s, right? Or is it the 90s?
I don't know, late 80s, early 90s, I think.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Like you think about it now, like how different things are. Like someone comes home now, they watch TV, they take it easy, maybe they take a shower, a bath, whatever, they have a snack. She came home and started making pottery. Yeah. Right? Like I made pottery before. It's a pain in the ass. It's a lot of cleanup. That's
my God.
Expensive. Like it's the last thing I ever want to do. Yeah.
And why is she wearing a white shirt making pottery? That seems like a fundamental.
She's like she came home and she's like, I'm gonna make some bowls tonight.
Yeah. Well, this is what happened before we had cell phones. You had to make pottery. Like, what the fuck did you do with your time?
I made you guys a set of plates.
You know what? This article is so bad. So they mentioned the cat. They didn't even take a picture of the actual cat. It says close up of short-haired cat sitting on a tree stock. You couldn't find the actual cat. And
is this a Fox story?
This is a Fox News story. Now, I have one other question because this is total bullshit, but they do a quote, and I need your help on this. So this is a quote from the article. She's like, my son sees a man with a hat, and her son described what our son sees. So that was weird and scared the C out of me. What is that word?
Crap.
Why would they block out crap?
Yeah.
You don't think it scared the cock out of me? Or you think they bleeped out crap on a Fox News story?
arguable second choice.
Well, she told Inside Edition, and I always say to myself, right, if I hear it on 60 Minutes, maybe. If it's Inside Edition,
you know it's real.
I know. ET and Inside Edition are where the news is.
Oh crap! It's 2023, and we're blurring out the word crap. Is this what it's come to?
Obviously, the Fox publishers have never seen the comments.
You got to go to the comment section,
guys. I got to be honest. There's a little stronger language than crap. My God.
I will say I did look for the Biden. It was five messages down. They managed to work Biden into the ghost story. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Not bad.
No, not bad at all. Okay. You're never going to believe what time it is. It's time for the average dude.
Is it my time?
The Christian broadcast. All right, average dude. I know you wanted to talk about some things, and I know you wanted to talk about something in particular. So I'm going to let you have the floor when it comes to this bad boy. Is this your thing?
This is Industrial Network Group. Was started by a friend of mine, and it was started in Spartanburg, the town that I live in. He has worked and grown this group into several different chapters, and I am the coordinator for the Spartanburg chapter.
Okay.
So let me ask you guys this: when you think of a network group that's business related, what sorts of things come into mind? What are we doing? If you didn't know anything about it, what's happening in a network group?
Rodney, you want to go first?
We're going to get together and try to make some business connections.
That's right. Yeah. Anything else, Robin? Too.
Have a couple of drinks.
Have a couple of drinks.
One, yeah. I would never know business groupies. I think that's the thing.
Yeah. You know, so I've been putting a lot of thought into it. A lot of times I remember asking one of the folks that I worked for, I said, hey, can I get involved in a network group? And he said, well, you're more than welcome to, but I've never gotten any business from it before.
Oh.
And I think that's kind of that's the prevailing kind of idea. Well, it's a social thing, maybe, you know, everybody just has some drinks. Nobody actually gets any business.
Right.
So what we've been doing over the last, say, year or so, we're starting to work together as a team, essentially forming real relationships in the group and working together as a team from a marketing standpoint, and really just doing what, you know, they always say that makes a good networking group: looking after the other person, you know, making introductions, putting others before yourself, getting that reciprocal feeling going on. And
now, hold on, this is online or this is in real life?
This is going to be in live. And so to kind of set the stage, so on Friday morning, tomorrow morning, what we're going to do, we'll have 50 to 75 people in the room.
Can we come or no?
I'm sorry?
Can we come to it or no?
You can watch what happens live on LinkedIn, because we're going to.
No, I'm saying, can I attend it?
Yeah, you can come. You can come down here. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I got you.
Can I tell you what I think the fundamental flaw of these things is? Because do you know what BNI is? BNI a national thing? Are you familiar with
BNI?
that?
I think it's a national thing. Yeah,
I think
I have to go to
everywhere.
BNI. Oh, it's fun, but it's fucking terrible.
It's huge.
Yeah, but it's okay. Here's the problem. It's a networking group, but it starts like 6 a.m. You're drinking shitty coffee. It's a cult atmosphere. Yeah, you gotta sit in a circle and you have to stand up and introduce yourself every week. Listen, fuckface, we've been doing this for months. You know what I do. I know what you do. So I think the fundamental flaw about marketing things is that it's not fun. Like 9 a.m. Listen, everyone does it in the morning. No one's having a good time. You need to go out at 9 and drink with these people. Get to really know them, establish relationships. Oh, you don't need alcohol to have fun. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And
no.
Yep. Don Draper, right? Did you watch Mad Men? They went out and had some martinis, got some strippers, smoked some cigarettes. That's how you network. In the morning, it's too businessy. I think you need to take down the veil of business to get to the real person.
I agree with you on taking the veil down, because it is relationship sales. So that's one of the things we want to do. We want to show our personality in this event. We want to have, so we have an hour to kind of make a pitch about who we are, what we're doing, and what we're trying to do. We're not trying to add members to the group. What we're trying to do is let folks that we want with partners, right? We're looking for relationships with new business partners. And of course, industrial and manufacturing, very heavy in this area, a lot of new companies coming to town, and we're giving them a one-stop, hey, come talk to us, because we can, we got 30 plus companies, vendors, suppliers, et cetera, that you can form a relationship with. And they're great people too. To your point, Eric, we're not going to sit there and just talk about the information. My goal would be to highlight these folks, who they are as people, because I mean, all HVAC company, I mean, I work for a mechanical contractor, and only thing that changes is the name on the side of the van, right? I mean, the truth is the people, your actual person that you're dealing with is what separates these companies. So this is our first attempt at this, but there'll be people in the room. Jeannie Winnie will be there. So
she's our buddy.
She's going to be there selling leggings. What is Jenny Winnie going to sell at this thing?
Jenny Winnie is going to be there. So this is an opportunity for me. I've done the kind of the keynote speaking where you're up there and you talk about yourself essentially. We've done the podcasting, we've done the live, but all these things were kind of separated. So this is an opportunity to kind of hopefully bring all of those things together into one room where we're using some of the things that we've learned to come together as a group and hopefully make a good pitch.
I think it's smart.
Yeah.
It's people helping people, Daniel.
It is people helping people. My only thing is I would add a layer of superfluous bullshit. And I'm a big fan of this, like the extra fries in a Five Guys bag, the cookies at a DoubleTree. What I would do, like instead of coffee, what about a big bowl of mushrooms? What if y'all guys start hallucinating together?
Boy, now that would definitely
what about mushroom coffee?
But what about mushroom coffee? What about cocaine and mushrooms? What about spaghetti wrestling? What if you guys wrestle? Have you considered that, having a wrestling tournament?
What makes me nervous about this, and this has been a learning experience for me, I don't know exactly what we're going to do tomorrow morning. I don't know exactly what I'm going to say. I don't know exactly. So we've got a room full of.
That's the best part of it. Here's what you do. I'm just going to tell you, get on up there. See how the crowd acts, tell a couple of stories, a couple of jokes, mix it in, find somebody in the audience, pick on them.
Yeah. Well, I also know someone who's behind my mushroom idea here.
I'm like, is he excited about the networking or the mushrooms? Or maybe
no one's excited about networking. You have
Let me help you rewrite this. It says, get the inside scoop on mushrooms tomorrow morning. Doses, get rid of doors. Doses start at 8:15.
Hey, so what we're going to do, we're going to network like traditional networking, not about the drugs, adding something different and fun, game show style. Absolutely. So we get this first one under our belt, and then we get more creative and we try some fun things. I thought about having people come up and, a push-up contest or a game show type.
What about freeze tag? Have you considered freeze tag? Everybody fucking loves freeze tag. You should play freeze tag.
They do. That is true.
Red Rover?
Tag, everybody in the room just starts running around playing freeze tag. You've got one person that's it. And
they have to freeze everybody.
Yeah, that
I always thought would be a good idea. I mean, this is crazy, but as you take somebody, you say, who's your ideal client? I'm going to use you as an example. Let's say that you said your ideal client is Volare. I said, what in the world are you talking about? I'm going to help you. You say, do you know anybody over there? I do. Mm-hmm. And what happens is let's say I was in your group and I say my ideal client, right, is ABC HVAC, right? I'm just throwing that out, right? I can't get in there. They won't return my calls. Everyone's disappeared. You say, you know what? I know Ricky over there. Let me give him a ring. Ricky, will you talk to Eric? Absolutely. Cut on in here.
See, that's very focused. I think you need to get very focused.
I love that, Rodney. And
one, right?
that's so some of the things that we do, instead of, hey, I've got a lead for you, get in the car with me and we'll drive over there and we'll meet this person. I've got a relationship. If I've got a solid relationship, then I'm going to introduce you. I'm gonna build the bridge, take you across it, and make the introduction that way. And so we're just very assertive.
Yeah. What about before you do that, a mayonnaise eating contest? Have you considered a mayonnaise eating contest?
That is a fantastic idea.
I got another one. How about everybody gives each other a colon exam? Just as an icebreaker.
Yeah, these are great ideas. I'm glad I came on here to brainstorm with you guys. This is very.
I have a really good idea. Is that idea, and then the other idea I have, right? Because I used to do things like this, but I will tell you a couple of differences. And I'm just telling you what I used to do is, and this is when I first started. We had no money, so we would throw an event, and I would call up a rooftop in Manhattan. I'd be like, listen, I could pack that place out 300-400 people. Great, it's going to be $1,200. I need it for such and such hours. Absolutely, I would call a liquor sponsor. You're not gonna believe this. I have the dream rooftop. They'd be like, well, what do you need? I need alcohol and I need $1,200. You got it. Yeah. We would invite all these people. Now I would call up Google or somewhere and I'd say, listen, we've got Dream, we've got Tito's Vodka's in.
That's beautiful.
We need a speaker over there. Somebody come talk to us about Google. Anyone. They would say, I swear to you, who do you want?
Yeah.
Right? We would tell them, advertise it. Just pick somebody. Any of these big companies, they'll send anybody. Just a brigade. What do you need? I said, well, I need a speaker and I need a little money too, obviously. I mean, I can't, this is not a free operation. Here's what we would do. People would come in, this place would pack, right? Because here's the other thing too. It's free alcohol. I forgot to mention that. So we got a speaker from Google. It's free alcohol and you're on the Dream rooftop. Now, here's the other thing I used to do. It was smart. I would make people wait outside, right? For hours. And there would be 10 people upstairs and they'd be that down there. Like, there's 1,000 people. Let them up. Right? See? And people would go crazy. And then here's where it got really good. Is that at that point, then I could get any place I wanted and everybody wanted to sponsor the event.
That's awesome, dude. I love that, Rodney.
Yeah, you love it. You love it more than mayonnaise eating competitions, because
then we would take the list, and then we would take the list of the people that signed in or signed up, whatever. Right? It was very quick. We just write their name down and their email, whatever, and then we would email them the next day and say, "Hey, thanks so much for coming. We're going to put you on our list next time, so you don't have to wait outside." Wow. And then the people that were interested, they would get back to us and say, "When's the next thing?" And then they'd be like, "What in the world do y'all do?" I'm glad you asked.
Wow,
beautiful. Yeah, that's great.
Now, the kind of people that show up at this event, these are real manly men. Are there going to be a lot of pickup trucks in the parking lot? Because industrial to me speaks to a hardworking blue collar folks.
And that is one of the things. So what we've noticed, so we've got 35 companies that are part of the group, you know, and those companies, they're everything from facility type. So a facility manager in a manufacturing facility, he's going to take care of the landscaping, you know, the HVAC, the janitorial. So those are all the contracts under his control. And then you have the maintenance manager, right? So the equipment within the facility, who's going to work on this? Who are we going to call for all the sorts of process equipment and things of that nature? And we have vendors and companies that are for that. Then we've got HR. And so what we have is, you know, and they're going to have, you know, responsibilities for things that would be more directly under their control. So we've got a variety of people. So there'll be females in the audience. There'll be everything from commercial real estate to commercial banking to HR help, again, with payroll and accounting and anything you can imagine. So am
I hearing you're saying Dinsmore Steel? Yes, they were talking about payroll and HR. I got confused. I thought you said Dinsmore Steel. I was so confused when I heard that.
Rodney, you've got some great ideas. It sounds like you've done this sort of thing on a big level. We'd love to have you come down here.
I would love to do it. You know what I would love? I would love for me and Eric to host it with you.
And you know what
here's the thing. You do the hosting. We do the commentary. But no, you do the hosting. We do the commentary for LinkedIn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, y'all want to do it? I mean, so we're going to have Jenny, Winnie, and I are going to go live before the event starts. So at 8:15, we'll go live. We will kind of talk to people kind of behind the scenes.
See, me and Eric, we would be like, think of him like Joan, and I would be like Melissa.
Yep. That's very much, we get compared to them all the time.
Right. Oh. So we would interview the celebrities or the people.
What are you wearing this morning? Yeah, exactly. Are those Timberland?
Are those Wrangler jeans? Is that a Tommy Bahama shirt?
This is in North
we
Carolina.
could talk to them beforehand.
This is South Carolina, North Carolina. South Carolina. Okay, I'm thinking I have an activity. I think you're going to like it. A piñata. We're going to get a Hunter Biden piñata because you're in the South. I know you guys hate them. Full of cocaine. We're all going to whack them. Get a little high. What do you think about that? That's going to be a good time.
Okay, now that one's actually pretty good. I think that would work.
I think that one has legs.
Daniel will understand this because you're from the South. You know, like in North Carolina, right? Maybe even South Carolina. Everybody used to say, "Oh, you got to go south of the border, right? The little place with the hat, Pedro, and everything." And everyone gets so excited, and you get there, and it's like a restaurant. You know what I mean? It's like, what the hell is this thing? Yeah. And there was all those signs. And I remember one day I was sitting in class taking some marketing stuff, and I was like, "This stuff don't make no sense to me." And then they were like, "Building up anticipation." I was like, "It's like those signs."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because then you get there, this place is a dump. I remember the first time we went there, some guy was urinating outside of his van, and I was like, "Wow, this is really not what I expected."
Yeah, you think when they market big that they've got something that they're proud of and excited about,
and it was all crap. Yeah, it was all crap, guys.
What are we going to be serving in this? What do we have for are you going to do punch and pie?
It's simple. So we've done a lot of networking events. This is unique in that we're streaming it live. It's going to have a different look, vibe and feel to it. But we've done, you know, the catered breakfast, the big breakfast. You got all this food, and that is it's painful to keep up with all that.
It's also expensive.
It's also expensive. Yeah. So keeping costs down, but Chick-fil-A chicken minis and and hash browns and coffee, and we're good.
Whoa! Chick-fil-A is catering this.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get that on the poster, man. You gotta get that. It should be
no Chick-fil-A did catering.
Oh, wait, is Chick-fil-A? Hold on, is Chick-fil-A giving this food?
No, they're not giving. We have done in the past, right?
So hold on, time out, Daniel. I got to help you with this. We need a free food sponsor. We can't pay for this stuff. What's going on over there?
Hey,
that's what Tito said to me. They go, well, who's going to pay? I said, are you on drugs? I can't provide the space too.
Hey, no, I love that, and you know we do that where we can, but in the future, I would say that there's going to be more opportunity if things go like we hope they will go.
I have an idea. Volare, so I'm sure Robin can wrestle this up for you, emails all of the restaurants around Spartansburg and ask them if they'd like to be featured each week.
Yep.
In exchange for that, they can come and talk to us about how good everything is, give us their menus, and in addition to that, they can give us some discounts, and they're going to cater it for us. Get on in here.
Yeah.
I love that. And you know what ended up happening? I thought about this event and doing it this way about 3 weeks ago, I guess. Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of I dot and T crossing and little details that aren't going to happen with this one. But hey, we're going to snap the ball. Done. Right. We're going to snap the ball. We may lose. We're handing it to the halfback, and you
can only improve. Right.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
That's it. That's it. I think it's great.
Does south of the border still exist? Because we have a lot of happy memories here.
Yeah, I think it does. I don't know. Daniel does it. I haven't been.
I've actually never been there.
What?
Seems like a popular place.
Yeah.
Jenny Winnie loves her idea.
Yeah. Rodney is the winner of the good ideas to help the average dude. And
I'll tell you this, though. If you went to a networking event that had spaghetti wrestling, a Hunter Biden pinata, mayonnaise eating contests, and whatever other genius ideas I'd have, everyone would talk about it for the history of time. That
place is going to be packed.
Oh, my God.
It would sound like a Trump rally.
Hey, you know what would be really cool? Like right now, so that this is the LinkedIn version here. If everybody would go to that LinkedIn page and hit attend and get those numbers up for the LinkedIn version of that would be really cool.
Okay. So this is tomorrow. I can tune in. Oh, we can't. We're doing the show, but we'll be there in spirit.
Well, from 9, we can do it at 9.
Yeah, 9 to 10.
Yeah, well, I got to do research. I'm the research guy. Speaking of research,
you can be there, dude. I need y'all to be there. I need y'all to be watching so you can critique me and tell me what I did wrong.
I think you did a great job. I can already feel it. Look at that mug. If that mug's any indication of how you're going to be tomorrow, then everything's going to be fine. Can we talk about your history real quick? Did you? No. I looked at you. I was going to do a deep dive and ask you about a bunch of jobs, but you didn't post anything before. Did you come into the planet in 2017?
Essentially, yes.
He was born. That's when he was born.
You were born in 2017. Nothing goes. What happened before? Were you in prison? I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot, but there's no history.
This was
when he worked for the government.
There was a short stint in prison. No, the truth is, this just made the most sense to start where I felt like I got serious about business. I got serious about personal development. I was no longer in the mindset of my youth. And so this made sense to start here, right? And we'll flesh this out more. I've done a variety of different things. I've worked in a lot of different industries. I've worked with a lot of different business owners. And so I've got some experience in a variety of things. But right now, this is what I'm doing and loving doing it. And that's why I've kept it to those 4.
I like. So this is when you became the average dude, you would say, in
essentially, yes. Yeah, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So what happened? You can see there the Chapter Core Industrial Network Group. One of the folks that will be there tomorrow that started this industrial network group. I didn't know him, and I was calling back through my network people that I'd met in the past because Grant Cardone told me to do it. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I was calling back people. Didn't have an agenda. Just calling back through people in my network. I talked to a guy named Hal Morris that lives here in town that I'd worked with years ago. And Hal said, I think you need to meet Chris Simmons. And Chris Simmons was starting this ING group here in town. And so that was the first person I met. So I've kind of met Chris about 7 years ago, met the folks at Waldrop who were looking for a salesperson. And so that's how it all came together. So
now, is that Chris Simmons, the world mayonnaise eating champion? Is that the same?
He
guy?
is actually. So it was funny that you said that because he's going to love that idea. He's
a champion mayonnaise.
Hey, and if Sour Brands in Malden, South Carolina, I would love for them to tune in to the LinkedIn. If they're out there listening, that's one of the accounts that we would love to have listen. That's the cool thing about it, guys. So we're basically talking to the folks. If I was on the phone doing traditional cold calling and talking to these folks, you're trying to get them to know, like, and trust you. Not the easiest thing when you're trying to call them up. This is a different way to.
What if you emailed them?
Create proximity. Hey, email. I know you know all about the email stuff there.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, but average dude, this is real advice though. Calling them sucks, but calling them to invite them on your podcast, everyone loves that. They fucking love it. So that's what you do.
So I've got two facility managers that are going to be there tomorrow. I'll bring them up on stage and kind of podcast that situation. Try to get the crowd involved and get them asking questions. Jeannie's going to be running the room, putting the mic in folks' face and letting them
fashion show. Is she going to do a little twirling?
Jeannie always looks good, so I don't know. If
she does.
Yeah. So
I got to say, you two are very stylish.
You really are.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys.
I've heard that about you Southerners. You're very, very fancy people.
Well, I'm a Southerner and I am not stylish.
So. Yeah, but you're
what I will say, I'm sorry, but I've got this performance material suit on, so it doesn't wrinkle.
Oh, that's good.
And this is like my favorite. Like I tried to put on another suit today, and I was like, no, I don't want to. I only want the stuff that doesn't wrinkle. It makes it too easy. And like you say, I wake up and put one on. So
that's right. So performance material. So there's a range of motion. So you could host an event, or you can play some basketball. It's
you play pickleball in it.
Play pickleball.
It's versatile.
Does it breathe? Right. I'm very concerned about heat with suits. I'm a very.
I'm telling you, it's the most. I need new tennis. I like wearing tennis shoes with it, but yeah, I like the way it fits and feels. So yeah.
Well, I didn't do much research today. I usually do, but this is he's been on 10 times. How much more fucking research can I do? I
love how you've highlighted just this. It's a very simple and average LinkedIn profile here.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I'm no writer, but I think your about section probably needs a little more.
Yeah, I think you should flesh it out a little bit.
You know what, though, Rodney? Honestly, I've written that thing out, but I'm like, you know what? We're just going to hold on to it until I really decide exactly what direction we're going.
You want me to tell you what to do? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you some unsolicited advice. Just have Eric write it.
Yeah, I'll write you. I'll do real good.
Oh, he is fantastic. I actually
he's
love
incredible. Eric's the best copywriter I've ever worked with.
I would agree. He's really, really good at it.
I like how we bookended this episode with kissing my ass. If we could do it every episode, I'd feel really good about myself. Can we just talk about Toastmasters?
Tomorrow is Eric Appreciation Day.
Yes, Toastmasters.
Today's my favorite day in the world. Toastmasters. How does one become a Toastmaster, and what are the responsibilities of a Toastmaster?
Toastmasters is a public speaking class, essentially. And I heard about that. I was listening to an audio, and the author of the book that I was listening to, he said, work on your if you're in sales, you need to start working on your communication skills. And so I stopped walking and I started Googling communication near me. Toastmasters came up. I didn't know what Toastmasters was. I went to a meeting, the next meeting that they had here in town. And it's just a great opportunity the best $60 for 6 months that you're ever going to spend.
Very affordable. That's cheaper than Netflix.
Oh my God. I was there this morning. You get to take the snap, right? The attention, everything, everybody's.
So what do? You make speeches?
You make speeches. You can speak
about
whatever interests you, or, they have what's called pathways. So they have more of kind of an educational progression, if you will, that they've done a great job with, or you can just kind of, what I've done for years is just essentially freelance. If something's on my mind, I'll go and I'll speak about it. Eric, what are you laughing about? I see you up there smiling.
My brother-in-law wants to talk about the Raiders, which has nothing to do with anything.
Can we talk about the Raiders? He's like, I'm tired of this average dude.
I had enough of this Toastmaster shit. Could you fucking talk about football?
Yeah,
I don't blame
the Raiders. Congrats to the Raiders.
Yeah, no, they still suck. We suck. The Raiders suck.
The Jets suck. Everybody sucks.
I know it's a real.
Apparently, the Eagles suck now too. We found out.
The Panthers suck. If we're going Carolina in here, But Toastmasters, so you do a speech a week or a speech a month? I'm curious about
probably a speech a month is probably what it comes down to, but they have other roles. So you'd have someone that be leading the meeting. You have someone that does what's called table topics. So there's different things other than speaking. So basically you have a role every time you go, oftentimes.
And you went today?
I went today. I went this morning.
Mm-hmm. You were an industrious young fella.
He is. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, well, we're about to log off. I think this was good. I think we gave you a lot of ideas. This was
Rodney gave me a lot of ideas. Absolutely.
I mean, his were okay, but I think spaghetti wrestling is where the magic comes in.
This is always fun, guys.
Thank you for being here. Listen.
You're my buddy.
You filled in, but once again, you might have been second today, but you're first in our hearts. And that's
yeah. Thanks. It's been good.
Yeah, thanks. Stick around in the green room for a second. We have to log off. We will be back tomorrow. Goodbye, America.